Hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a while, I know. Let's not focus on that. It's been a rough time, and I'm back to making videos. Or at least for now, I'm making one right now, so let's just go with it. Let's run it. So, first and foremost, I know everyone, if you've been in the gaming sphere and you've heard anything about Palworld or Pokemon, I'm sure you've heard one side of this or the other. But Pocket Pair, apparently they finally have been able to give out information regarding why Nintendo's been suing them and specifically what patents and or causes that they were focusing on for their lawsuit that they filed in Japan. And yeah, I wanted to share it because I'm like, upon reading the file or upon reading the information myself, at least scanning it over, I was like, how the hell how are you going to argue that, oh, well, Pocket Pair or Palworld, whatever you want to refer to them as in this instance, infringed upon our copyright and our mechanics and all this and that, when the reality is so many games have already used a similar capture an animal to use for your own benefit kind of mechanic. And yes, they've all had like a bit of spice or a little bit of different flavor here or there. The core concept has always remained the same. So I wanted to go over the little bit of information that's been provided, and I wanted to get your opinion down in the comments of what you think, because I think it's ridiculous, but you know what? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So, as you can see right here, Pocket Pair report on patent infringement lawsuit, Nintendo versus Palworld. And so when we go to Pocket Pair's website, here we are, the report on patent infringement lawsuit. This was posted on November 8th, 2024. Report on patent infringement lawsuit. As announced on September 19th, 2024, the Pokemon Company and Nintendo Company, Ltd., hereinafter referred to as the plaintiffs, have filed a patent infringement lawsuit against us. We have received inquiries from various media outlets regarding the status of the lawsuit, and we would like to report the details and current status of this case as follows. Number 1. Details of the lawsuit. The plaintiffs claim that Palworld, released by us on January 19th, 2024, infringes upon the following 3 patents held by the plaintiffs and are seeking an injunction against the game in compensation for a portion of the damages incurred during the date of registration of the patents and the date of filing of this lawsuit. Number 2. Target patents. Patent number 7545191. Patent application date July 30th, 2024. Patent registration date August 27th, 2024. Patent number 7493117. Patent application date February 26, 2024. And patent registration date May 22nd, 2024. Patent number 7528390. Patent application date March 5th, 2024. Patent registration date July 26, 2024. And number 3. Summary of the claims. An injunction against Palworld, payment of 5 million yen plus late payment damages to the Pokemon Company, and payment of 5 million yen plus late payment damages to Nintendo Company Ltd. Please note that we will refrain from responding to individual inquiries regarding this case. If any matters arise that require public notice, we will announce them on our website, etc. Now, that's just what Pocket Pair, the makers of Palworld, have released on their own. And so, when looking through this a little bit, someone else actually found what these specific patents were, and so let's go over those real quick, because I think you'll all find this quite enlightening. Here they are. For anyone interested, it relates to these patents. Gasso Bongo over here is the one that shared it, so let's show thanks to them, honestly. And for a quick TLDR, which I'm very appreciative for them putting up, it's number 1 is mounting a character designed for a specific zone, air, water, or ground. Like, let's talk about that one real quick. How many card games alone? Okay, and like, let's say they don't want to go after card games. Let's say they keep it to just video games. There are Digimon games, which is that's not made by Nintendo. That's not made by Pokemon. There's any real RPG like Dragon Quest, like that was a big one, or Final Fantasy. And although, yeah, you're not specifically catching characters in those all the time, in Dragon Quest VIII, I believe, you could catch monsters in a similar way and then go and put those into an arena. Now, I know the lawsuits and the claims that they're suing for all say within 2024, so I understand something like Dragon Quest VIII isn't going to apply to that. But still, the core concept of the matter is, it's like, if you're going to try to claim that capturing or specifically applying or as they worded, mounting a character designed for a specific zone, air, water, or ground. It's like, how many games just based off of stats and, certain conditions apply based off of where your opponent is? Like, it's just like there's so many situations where that could be applied to it. It's not just Pokemon, so it's weird that they go after Palworld for it, and it feels hollow. Number 2 here, throwing a capture device to own another creature. Now, come on. I get that it's like, maybe specifically if it were a ball, which as far as I'm aware, Palworld is a ball, but unlike Pokemon, Palworld's, if I'm remembering correctly, because I haven't played the game. Let me be clear. I think it's a very cool looking game. I just haven't spent the time or the money to play it. But it's like, it looked like some kind of crystal looking ball that split completely in 2 spheres and then opened up and turned this creature into some kind of like magical essence, where in Pokemon, I've always understood it as they turn the Pokemon into either a miniaturized version of itself so it could live in a small habitable zone inside said Pokeball, or they are turned into essentially a small form of light mass, I guess, and kept within a small little reflective area until released later. But it's not necessarily been just like, it's not like the balls function similarly. In Palworld, it comes off much more, I mean, from my perception, I haven't played it, again, comes off more magical than it does mechanical, whereas Pokemon, I look at that and I'm like, that's technology. I don't care about that. I don't care who you are. That's a technology-based thing. So I could see where that argument could be made more, because those are like, that's the only argument I can make, because I don't have any more personal examples, but I'm sure there are. If you guys have any, please provide them down in the comments, because I would like to be better. I would like to have a better understanding of how many other games or sources of media have practiced that same idea of, I take this object, I throw it at creature or animal, and now it is mine. And in terms of just capturing animals to use them for your own benefit or use them for your services, it's like, what about Ark Survival Evolved? Like, I know for a fact that's one of the only ways you can beat the game, like, is by amassing an army of animals and or dinosaurs or whatever it all is that you can recruit in that game, or farm, herd, I don't know what you'd call it, beast master. But I know that there's an option there, and you're catching those animals, but you're taming them, so it's not like you're using a device to do so, but it's still the similar idea of taking an animal or a creature and then capturing it to use for your own benefit or service. So, oh, and that actually leads into number 3, throwing a character that participates in a fight. Now, okay, first and foremost, Lord of the Rings, Gimli, throw me. Let's be real. He would have been considered a Pokemon in this instance, so I guess Gimli's a Pokemon, and that's cool. I summon Gimli, I choose you. I use double-headed battle axe. Sounds great. But I'm pretty sure just like Monster Hunter, you throw your cat. I love Monster Hunter, but I also love throwing my cat. I think it was Monster Hunter World. I don't know if you do it in Rise or whatever the newest ones are, but I know in World you were able to throw your Palico at them, because you had a good teamwork situation going on with your cat usually if you built for it. And so it's just like, or you were ready for it. I don't know. That's, again, just one of my own personal examples. There may be many more. It may be limited. I'm sure there are many more, because, I mean, everybody wants to work with their little teammate. Everybody wants to work with their little cat or their dog or the companion. Remnant 2, you get a literal doggo as one of the classes, and that creature you can send into combat, and you can send it into fight or to pin an enemy down or to inflict a status effect, so that also counts. Oh, but that's a dog, it's not a Pokemon. Yeah, but according to rule number 3 here, it's throwing a character that participates in a fight. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say you pick the dog up and throw it, but I mean, who knows? I mean, how far are they willing to push the ruling on that? But regardless, that's not the point. The point here is, these all seem like oddly vague, and although yes, I could see how Nintendo and or the Pokemon company might have a claim to the very specific versions that they have created over the years, I don't exactly understand how they feel like they're entitled to the overall of these mechanics. It's like those jackasses who tried to copyright, or no, not copyright, patent the word and the concept of a Let's Play. You have any idea how many good jokes, how many moments would have been lost if we were all just like, okay, and I mean to any skill set, if we were all just like, all right, well, that guy did it, so none of us could ever do it ever again in any way different than what he did or at all, because guess what? He's the one that did it first, so it is his to do forever. Most of us wouldn't have shit to do. It follows the same rule for me when it comes to creative mediums like this, where it's like, okay, Oh my God, the fucking Lord of the Rings Shadow of War nonsense, where they copyrighted the Nemesis system. That again is one of those like, we shouldn't be accepting these kinds of perspectives or these kinds of claims when it's just going to limit really good technology and really good creative minds, and you're just suppressing them. And for nothing, because like it's not like Pokemon is not one of the most popular franchises in the world still. It is ridiculously popular. That stupid yellow rat is one of the most, if not the most recognizable mascot ever. And I think Pikachu's cute as hell. I love that rat, but he is just a little yellow rat. But yet here we are, where they still feel like they have to literally put down their iron fist, iron Mario glove, because they're gonna lose money or popularity just because another game was good. And I'm sorry, when I look at Palworld, it's like I love the description of it's Pokemon with guns, because first and foremost, we all know Nintendo doesn't have it in them to give Pokemon guns. They don't have it in them to do Shadow the Hedgehog. Sega did that. Nintendo would never. We got lucky when they were experimenting with like Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube and like Phantom. Like that was the generation where Nintendo got curious. That in Nintendo 64, because you had like Conker's Bad Fur Day and Medal of Honor and things like that, which were a little bit more like teenager kind of adult leaning. So it's just, I don't know why they feel they have to do this. It's just ridiculous and redundant, and it makes them into an even worse corporate bad guy than they need to be, because a lot of the time people want to be on Nintendo's side. They love their games, they love the process, they love what they have to produce, but they as a company are just garbage, and they treat their community like shit, they treat their creators like shit, and then whenever you want to try and emulate something like them to show that you are edified by their presence, that you are inspired by them, they're just like, no, either you make it for us or I can't say what I wanted to say, but basically you gotta get gone. You gotta get gone, or we're gonna try to bankrupt you as best as possible. And that's just messed up. I don't know why a corporation, especially for just 500,000 yen, was it 500,000 or 5 million yen? Hold on, let me check again. 5 million yen. So let's see, what is 5 million yen converted? I could either use the US dollar or pound, but wait, are you serious? They're suing them for 2 counts of $32,775.25 in United States dollars, for anyone who needed that point of reference. One more time, that they're suing them for 2 counts, because if you are converting 5 million yen to USD, it comes out to $32,775.25. That can't be right. Is that right? Well, you know what? Everything that I'm seeing here is showing that. I don't know why. Maybe I messed it up. But either way, I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to share. Let me know your opinions down in the comments below. If you liked the video, like, share, and subscribe. Hope to see you again soon. And yeah, have yourselves a good one. Bye.